I'm a couple weeks into chasing a 300 FTP, and I can already tell it's gonna take a while. Let's talk about it. Okay, so quick recap for those of you just tuning in. FTP currently, Zwift says 204. I know, hold the applause, right? The goal by the end of the year is to have a 300 plus FTP. Just like to see 300 on there first. Before we get any farther. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? Again, the goal being a 300 FTP. I'm trying to do this as a dad who's working a full-time job and has 2 little kids. So time for training is slightly limited, and it's not as easy as just like, oh, I can just do whatever. I work remote, and I used to work remote at one point, and I can work out at whenever. It's like, no, I've got obligations and I travel for work at times, and so it's not that easy to just get everything in whenever. Let's take a look at kind of my plan for the week. Typically within a week, I like to hit 3 different types of workouts. A VO2 max or like sprint interval, something max effort. Sometimes if I want to go longer, that'll be a little bit more of a VO2 max, something like the Norwegian 4x4, 4 minutes on really hard, 4 minutes rest. You do that 4 times until you throw up, or you do sprints until you throw up. I almost felt lunch come back up today. I don't know why I'm talking about throw up so much. The next workout that I like to hit is some kind of threshold, right? I'm holding near FTP. Sometimes that's over unders where it's like just under at the FTP or over the FTP. It just kind of depends. But usually some kind of longer threshold workout, holding the pace. That's faster, more difficult for a longer duration. And then a zone 2 or, an outdoor gravel ride is the last one that I try to hit. Then throughout the week, also you throw in another workout if I can, like a strength workout, and then some type of zone 2 stuff in there, just for like not active recovery, but active recovery, So that's kind of what the week looks like. Here's a snapshot, a montage, whatever you want to call it, at what my week looks like. Let's talk for just a second about what has actually been pretty difficult. Is Zwift is great. I feel like my legs are definitely getting stronger on the bike. However, when I go on a gravel ride, that's where things get a little more tough. The change in elevation is it's a little different. It's a lot more jarring going from Zwift, which is smooth as butter when you're just sitting there. I know you can get like a rocker plate to make things a little bit more realistic, but honestly, I don't know if it can mimic gravel. It's a different beast. It's just pounding my arms, and it's just very jarring at times. And so it's just different. It's a different beast, and it's hard to train for that. So definitely want to incorporate, as the weather gets nicer, more rides outside. But I like Zwift for the convenience, right? I literally throw on some bib shorts and grab my shoes, socks, and I'm working out. Half the time I don't even put a shirt on because I get hot anyway. I hope you guys have enjoyed this so far. I'm gonna continue next week, a little sneak peek. We're gonna be doing an FTP retest. I think I'm already a little bit stronger than a 204 FTP. So we'll see if we have any beginner gains. Maybe it'll be 275. Just kidding, it's no way it's gonna be 275. That'd be really cool though. Got some new tires on the gravel bike, and so, sorry. Yeah, well, weather's getting nice, so we'll be outside a little bit more, exploring some more of Northwest Arkansas. Stay tuned. Like, subscribe.